you will find this folder. If you download this one from this link and unzip it, you will find this folder. After being unzipped, you just have to go inside it and there will be an engine folder. Just copy that engine folder and go inside C and then program files and then Epic Games and then UV 4.22 and then just right click here and paste it. There is a folder, a engine folder. Just right click and paste it. It will override some settings, few settings inside this engine folder, and that's all you need to do for a GPU light mask settings, or to activate GPU light mask on your PC or in your Unreal Engine. And before that, I will recommend you so that you can upgrade your graphic card driver. So just upgrade your graphic card driver and then just copy from this link and then extract it and then paste it. And once you have done that, and if you want to get the GPU light mask setting or maybe base light mask INI, so just go in C drive, program files, Epic Games and then UV 4.22 and then engine and then config, and here you will see a base light mask INI. Just click here and open it in any document editor and you can see this GPU light mask. And after this you have to just scroll down to the bottom. You see I am on the top in base light mask INI. Just go ahead and scroll down to the bottom of this base light INI and there you will see developer option dot GPU light mask. These are the only two settings we need to alter for the whole GPU light mask. So it's incredibly fast, incredibly easy and incredibly accurate. So I will recommend everyone just go for it and use this GPU light mask. In here we'll have num primary GI sample 32, num secondary GI sample 16. As of I am now rendering it several times for the quality. So so for the testing I have to render it for several times. So I will keep it as a preview level, preview quality, that is 32, 16. You can also keep 16 and then 8, but that will be too low of quality. So your preview quality should be decent so that you can figure out things if anything is going accurately or not. So I have kept it at 32 and 16. I am going ahead and rendering it again and again several times to test my scene and make everything accurate. And after those three things, let's go here and I will go inside this light mask in world setting. If you don't see world setting here, then you can click maybe settings and then here world settings, or you can go ahead and then you can go here and here also you can get world settings. See, so you just need world setting here, and then in world setting light mask setting, we already have made it num direct lighting at 6, and we will scroll down and we will switch off this compressed light mask. Compressed light mask, this should be switched off. And after that, let's go ahead and then cross check our render and whether our problems have been fixed or not. So the most important words from here, this object has been fixed, this object was fixed, this object is also fixed, and so here everything is looking nice, and some bugs were on here, they are also fixed, these are also fixed. Okay, I think I missed this this one on the third panel. So there is a still bug here, and then the chairs bug are corrected, and I think we don't have any bug in the scene now. everything is looking perfect and awesome. And I will just go ahead and continue towards refining the light now. So this was a very before this it was a very basic light setup, just a HDRI and increasing the exposure compensation so that we can see the every part of our scene. And I went over in lighting only, and I just tried to correct it everything possible inside the scene. So now what I will do is I will just go ahead, start max again here, and I will correct this remaining bug, because as of now in every part of the scene I see only one bug, and that's this one, and I think I forgot or maybe missed out. So let's go ahead and few bugs here. If you feel like that this should be removed, then what we have to do is we have to just go ahead and increase the resolution of this light mask resolution to maybe 1024, and then we'll go here, and I have some objects here also. Go ahead 1024, and then 1024. And after we build the light, we will be able to see whether these bugs are corrected or not. And I think this should be a glass material, so I will just go ahead, select any of our glass present in the scene as of now, and I will just go ahead and apply this glass material. We will take the materials of the glass. So what I will do is I will just go ahead, switch off isolate selection, and I will select that particular. So if I see here, and then I'll go here in this. So normal, see, normals are flipped. I will just go ahead and flip it, and that's all we need to do to correct this. Now just go ahead, file, and then export selected, and then D drive tutorials, export list, and then U data smith, and then we'll make it export 7. And then I will just go ahead, click. Before that I will just delete that panel, so that we will not be having overlapped panels. So I will delete it and make a Ctrl+0 so that we can return back here. Click Ctrl+0, and then I will go ahead, D drive tutorials, export 7, and then open it, and I will select 0 to import folder, click, and I will leave the settings as same before, and then click import. Okay, I think I need that also because I deleted from here, so not a big deal. So just go ahead and then export this also. So as you can see, we have those both panels here, and now we will go ahead and build a light once again, and if all the bugs are corrected, then we will go ahead and start our advanced lighting and adding the detailed lighting, and I will show you all in just a bit. So let's go here and make a render. Let's save the file. Till now what you have been observing is, before going further and making this realistic, we have to deal with every objects in regard of the bug and problem and normal flipped or maybe messed geometry, anything. And if the whole scene and scene objects are accurate, adequate in, and everything is in perfect condition and situation, and then no bugs are there, then we will go for achieving the realism, and then only we can achieve the realism. So it's very important to make every object as perfect as possible, and once we are satisfied that everything is in line, in accordance, then we will go and hit for the realism. So let's go ahead, build the lighting. Let's build this lighting once again. I will click on production here, and everything seems sound perfect here. And in base light mask INI, it's 32 and 16. So let's go ahead, save the file, and then build it. So as we can see that our light has been built, and it took around 6 minutes to build the light, and we'll just go ahead and cross check our bugs and errors, and I think we have everything is okay as of now. I think we will have to bring this a bit inside Max, and then I will go ahead and check this panel has been corrected now, and those white things have vanished. Those were because of the less or small amount of light mask resolution, and this one is also perfect now. So I think we are ready to set for the final lighting, and for doing the final lighting, so now we will go ahead and do the final lighting. Before that, I'll just go here and I will just press Ctrl H to unhide all, and then no. And what I will do is I'll just hide it. I see this roof here, so I'll just go ahead and then bring it a bit inside. So for that, what I'll do is I'll just go ahead here in edge and make a edge selection here, and then I will press connect, then press S W, and then I will go ahead and snap it on here, and then I'll go ahead and delete these also, and I think I have to delete this. And now I will go ahead in edge mode, and I will select both of these edges, and I'll click bridge, then select these two, and then bridge, and then select these two, and then bridge. And I will go ahead here, and everything seems perfect here, so I'll just go ahead and bring this object file, export selected, and then I will press 09, export, okay, and then I'll go here, and then I will select this object and then delete it, and then I will import that object. So here you can see now it's matching on this object. Now we have perfect thing, and as I can see, there are no further bugs in the scene, so I just now don't need max. So I will go ahead and switch off max so that I can have a bit more virtual RAM to build the lighting. And then I will go ahead and select a skylight, and then in a skylight I will rotate it to 65 so that this sunlight is coming in perpendicular 90 degree from this side to, from outside to inside. I want to rotate it a bit like this, from like this, so that a bit amount, a small amount of light will be casting on this sofa, and on a small amount of lighting will be casting on this wall and this sofa area, and it will make a scene more dramatic and more interesting. So I have rotated to 65. Instead of making straight perpendicular, I have just rotated a bit the light of the sun, so that it will make a very nice artistic effect on here in sofa. And you need to figure out on every scene that you have to do something kind of artistic that will add to the interest and betterment of the scene. So I will just go ahead and rotate those that skylight, and then again I will go ahead and build the light after saving the scene. So don't be hesitated to render lights several times, because you just keep on improving things and adjusting in intensity and then all those things to make everything as perfect and possible and as good as possible. So you need to render several times and keep on improving everything, and one time will come that you will say, yes, this is the type of lighting I need. And once and that will be also layered wise. First you have to make a skylight perfect, adjusting it, rendering it several times, and making as perfect as possible in terms of its rotation, location, and then intensity, and everything is perfect. Then you will have to add the artificial light. So because in any natural scenario, the first light that can be present is skylight. See, sunlight may be in the sky or not, artificial light may be switched on or not, but you cannot ignore skylight. If it's a scene in physical world and it's a daytime, then you cannot at all deny that there will be present of skylight. So you have to start from skylight, and the best part is we have a sunlight inside this skylight because of the HDRI, because in HDRI, as I showed you earlier, we already have a sunlight. So if we configure our skylight, then we'll automatically be getting that sunlight effect in the scene, and that will adds to the realism even better. And when this sunlight and skylight is controlled, and one more thing is, with the help of this HDRI on a skylight, we are playing with two types of light, that is sunlight and the skylight, because that HDRI has a sky on it, and along with it, it also has a sunlight. So once we are only dealing with the skylight, but we are having both type of lights in the scene, that is sunlight also and the skylight also. And you can see here, if you go here and if I decrease the exposure compensation, you can clearly see this sunlight here. And if we render it in final quality with all light map resolution increased, it will be very nice and looking very accurate and nice. So as since it's a preview render, so it's not looking that much of correct, but it is there. And if we want to rotate this sunlight that is coming perpendicular to a bit left, so that it's the effect of sunlight will be casting here on the sofa, and it will make a scene more interesting. So we'll leave the file to render, and we'll see after that what happens and how it looks. And once we are done with the skylight and then bug correction, and by the meantime I can go ahead and just cross check anything else, if anything else is having bug or error. So this will be corrected after we increase the light map resolution, so not a big deal. These all black spots will be removed after we increase the resolution of the floor. So we will leave that, and then we'll just go ahead and watch this whole scene very carefully and see if we have any bug still. Okay, I will just cancel the rendering because we have two more bugs which I mentioned earlier, and I didn't remember to fix them. Just again I will go ahead and start max. So once I have started max, I will go inside and then I will select these objects, and I think the bug was on these two objects, so I'll just go ahead and apply a normal modifier on it and also normal modifier on this, and then I will select both of them, and then I will file, export, and then export selected, and in export I will make it like 10, export datasmith, then okay. And after that, what I will do is I'll just go ahead inside here in Unreal Engine, I will delete that object, and then that object, press Ctrl 0 so that we can come back to this view immediately, and then I'll just go ahead and bring this. So now I think we don't have any bug anymore in the scene, but I will still keep max because last time I switched off and I came to see a bug here, but I think now we don't need max. I'm absolutely sure about it, so I will go ahead, close max to get more RAM on our graphic card to render it. And I will since these have been cross-checked, I will just go ahead and reduce this light mask so that we will not be getting long rendering time, because we are already testing the scene and we have to render it like several times, so the faster it renders will be the better. And I will go here statistics. If you don't find it, you can go here and switch this statistics on from window statistics, and then you just go here in static mesh lighting info and just go ahead and see if anything is having, refresh it, and if any object is having that 1024, just go ahead and remove the resolution or decrease the resolutions. And I think still we have some objects, so these are also have been cross-checked, so I'll just go ahead and reduce their resolutions, and then I will go ahead here, and this one also we don't need to keep 1024, so I'll just go ahead and then reduce them. And if you might be wondering how I am being able to select everything instantly, so you just have to go and right click on any object you want to select similar to, and then here go inside select, and then you go here and in materials select all with the same material, and I have put a shortcut Control Q, and in Max it's called a select similar, and I have used that same and given that same keyboard shortcuts in here, so that if you want, I want to show you, I will just go ahead and show you. There is a keyboard shortcut, and then you will see here I have given, you can see lots of key binding, new key binding, so that the workflow of my working will be same as Max. So I have tried to give as much shortcut as possible that are similar to Max, and in Max I have gone and given so many keyboards to match from Unreal Engine. So whether I am working inside Max or whether I am working inside Unreal Engine, I will have the same what you call keyboards. So in Max, if I have to give any keyboard shortcuts, then I will match it with the Unreal Engine, and if I have something that I have to match and if I have something to give a keyboard shortcut in Unreal Engine, then I will try to match it with Max. And if there is already shortcut, then I don't care about it. But if I have to put something new in Max, then I will match it with the Unreal Engine, and if I have to put something in Unreal Engine, I will try to match it with the, I will select material, and then you can see select all with same material. I have put Control Q, and you can just go ahead and do the same for you. And otherwise what I will do is I will provide this shortcut key to you all who is following this tutorial, and you can just go ahead and just simply I will just copy this keyboard shortcut Unreal Engine, and I will provide it with the tutorial series. And what you have to do is you just have to go inside editor preferences and then keyboard shortcuts, and just go ahead, click import, and go to the D drive or maybe wherever you have pasted this tutorial series, and in keyboard settings just go ahead and click keyboard and then open it. And once you do that, all the keyboard shortcuts which I am using, like Control Q, Alt Q is for isolate selection, Alt Q is also isolate selection in Max, and Control H unhide all. So I have went over in Max and given Alt Control H to unhide all and H to hide, and similar thing here, it's H for hide and Control H for unhide, and then Alt Q for isolate selection in inside Unreal Engine, and then Control Q for select similar or maybe select similar with the same material. So if you might be wondering how I am doing this, this is the way I am doing it. And now I think these objects are intersecting in here, this carpet. So I will go ahead, press Control Q, and then I will shift and then click select this, and then Control G to, and I will hide it to make sure nothing from the carpet is left behind. Then I will again press Control H, and I will just go ahead and raise it a bit up. Yeah, I think it's enough. And now I don't think, okay, I still have some floor peaking here. I raised it to 1.20, and then I don't see my floor peaking inside the carpet anymore. So that is also corrected here. And now let's go ahead and render this scene or bake the lighting. Okay, we'll have to go here, and then I will decrease the light map resolution of this also, since it's been tested, to reduce the time of light bake. And I will see everything is perfect. So till now what we have done is we have optimized the scene inside Max, then we have exported it, then we have imported inside Unreal Engine, we configured the Unreal for architectural projects, and then we added some light mask importance, volume, post process, box reflection captures, and then a skylight, and we switched off the cast shadow on all the glasses of the windows. And then we went ahead and then we added a skylight, and then on a skylight I added a HDRI image, and then I adjusted its intensity, known map, and then I rotated the texture so that all the way so that the light will be entering through the major openings of my project. And once I built the light, I saw lots and lots of error and bugs, and then I went ahead carefully picking and cross-checking every objects for bugs, and I hand-picked all the object with the bugs, and then I went inside Max, and then I corrected all the bugs of all the objects individually, carefully, one by one. And after that I have reached here where I think almost every bug of the scene has been dealt with. And now I am just going to render it once again to make sure that everything is lined up and perfect. And I think we should match this object. This object, I think it's intersecting. So let's go ahead and deal with it a bit further. Okay, I have switched off Max again. And let's go ahead and then correct the material of these objects. I will click apply, I'm closing max as soon as possible because I want to get more virtual RAM or more RAM on my graphic card so that I can build the light several times to test my scene as fast as possible. So please understand that, and once I'm 100% sure about my message, I will definitely go ahead and remove this two-sided and this translucent, then apply OK. Hide them, and then again go ahead here, and I think we should remove the translucency, then apply. Control Q, select similar with the same material, and then again go here, cross check it, and then hide it. And I think this material also having bugs, so let's go correct this also. So go ahead, copy this, paste it here, select this, remove two-sided and then translucent, and then copy again for to be sure. Remove this opacity, go ahead, hide it. So I think our max has just started, and let's go ahead and start it again. So I will go ahead here and correct that bug, because as I have mentioned, we need to correct everything as correct and accurate as possible to make our scene realistic. So go ahead, select this, and I will select this object and this object and this object. I think that will be enough. I'll go in left, and then I will add edit mesh modifier over it, vertex, and then I will just go ahead and then snap these to the nearest vertices. Yes, like this, like this, like this, and then like this. And then like this. If I come here, now it's looking perfect. So I'll just go ahead and make a selection, maybe 3, and then I will switch off isolate selection, and I think I will click again 3, and then I will select this also, so that to make sure that this has been snapped on it, and I think it's perfectly snapped on this. Okay, we need to snap this also, so I'll go ahead left, and then I'll go ahead select this, and then I will snap it here. Now as I can see, everything is looking perfect. So what I will do is I'll just use a UV map modifier on it and make it 100, 100 and 100, and then I will go ahead and then export selected, new data smith, here tutorial, then export, and then here 11. Okay, and maybe I will minimize max, and then I will go ahead select this and then delete it. Now go ahead, data smith, import, and then okay, and then import. Yes, now as you can see, it's absolutely perfect in terms of modeling, and it will result a very good quality and to help us to achieve better lighting solution in the scene. So now we can go ahead and build the light. I have kept the max opened as of now because every time I'm closing it, I find some bug and then I have to restart max again, and that's wasting my time. So I'll just go ahead and render it, and to be mentioned in lightmass, base lightmass INI, if you go just below GPU lightmass, and you can see dev option GPU lightmass, num primary GI sample is 32 and num secondary GI sample is 16 for preview rendering. So after the light has been baked, we'll just go ahead and cross check everything for the final time before we proceed to the advanced lighting or maybe detailed lighting. So I think everything, I will just go ahead and closely, and all these types of bugs that I'm seeing are because of the low light map resolution, and I will keep them low light mass because I have to render several more times because I want to give this interior artificial lights. So I will just keep them as it is, and I will just go ahead and select for this is also because of the low light map resolution, and all the bugs which I showed you, you have to figure out them like the way I figured it out, and then I corrected them. So just go ahead, and if you can see here, these black objects, these are also bugs. They need to be flipped, the normals need to be flipped, but they are inside our oven and they will be in black metal anyway, so we don't need to spend time. And if you wish, then you can definitely go ahead and flip the normals of those objects, but I don't think that will be a wise decision. It will be only wasting your time because that is inside this oven, and this has to be in black metallic color anyway, and it's already black here, so not a big deal. So if you go ahead and then see here, we don't have any issue with that. Okay, you know what, let's correct this. Okay, let's do them since our max is already opened. So I will go ahead and correct them. I will hide this. And I'll just cross check their normal. Go ahead, edit mesh, and then polygon, and I think they are with wrong. Okay, let's see. Yes, no, wrong normal. And if I go ahead, delete this and then delete this normal, and again if I go here and select, I think we don't need a normal modifier on these objects. Cross check this. This is also having issue. So I will just go ahead and apply a normal modifier and then edit mesh, and then I'll go inside polygon and then I will cross check. Now it's perfect. So I will make a new layer now. and maybe I will check this also. So I think I don't need normals on this. Yeah, okay. Select this and these objects and these two. I'll deselect it, and since they are already cross-checked, hide this and this cross-checked. So I'll go ahead and add them on a new layer and name it correction 03 and then hide them. I'll hide this as it is, and I'll just go ahead and cross check the normals on this. Okay, the normal on these are correct, so I'll just go ahead and hide them. I'll go ahead and cross check the normals on these. Normals are okay, so I'll go ahead and hide them. And now we have these objects. Make them 04, selection set, and I don't think we have anything else than this, and I will just go ahead and cross check this one, and I think we need to flip the normals so that we can see it from behind. And if I see this, it's okay, I don't need to do anything. And now I'll go ahead, Control Q and then normal, and then right click and then select parent and then correction 3. Now I will hide everything else and I will unhide these objects, and I will just go ahead and delete all the objects that needs to be imported this in where this import. So I will go ahead, Control Q, and then I will delete these, and then Control H, and then I will have to go here, hide, and then delete this, and I think the name of this is 38, so I'll go ahead and cross check it. 1733, it's 1772. Okay, first of all we need to delete 1733, so I'll hide this, and this is 1733, so I will delete it. Then again I will have to go here and 1732, hide this, and then I will select 1732. I will delete this, then I have to go here and then select this again, cross check it, yes, and then it's 1772. Control H, 1772. Yeah, 17. Hide it. So I think that has been already deleted, so let it be here, and I think the rest everything is been deleted, and I will control select them all, and then I will just go ahead, export selected, export it in 12_export. I will make them in a selection of 5, and then I will go ahead and I think it's okay, let's leave them as it is. I will remove the specular from this material and see if that helps. Yeah, I think that helps, so I will leave them as it is. I will not mess with them. I think we should only bring all this. I'll hide this, and then hide. So I'll only bring this, hide, and then Control Q, file, export selected, and then 13. For the bugs you will have to be very specific and clear. I'm telling you all again and again, because if the geometry will have bug, then you cannot get the realistic result. So it's very important to deal with all the geometries having issues and errors. Yeah, let them as it is be. And as you can see here, we are getting some lights here, a bit more light here. And if I go ahead in layer and post process, and if I switch it off, then you can clearly see some lights here on the sofa. And I think maybe we can rotate the skylight maybe 75 and see if that helps us further. Otherwise, if that doesn't help us, then we will be coming back to 65. So let's go ahead and make it 2 here, and then I will go ahead and build the lighting once again. It's 3 minutes, and maybe I will build the light on preview as of now. And then just click build. I have made from production to preview to see if we are getting a less amount of time to render it. And if this goes okay, then we will be going towards lighting, detailed lighting. So after the light has been built, we'll just go ahead and cross check here everything, and everything looks fine and dandy. Go ahead and improve it to maybe 3. Yes, I think everything is perfect now, and let's go for our lighting. So for lighting, what we'll do is, for detail lighting, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and bring a spotlight here inside our scene, then press G to view it in game mode, and then I will go ahead here and I will then make it its intensity to 1, and then its attenuation, I will reduce its attenuation to maybe 500, 300, okay, 350. I think 350 will be enough. 325, no, 345, 350 will be the perfect. So after that, I will go ahead and in radius, source radius, I will make it 10, and then I will go ahead, use temperature, and then I will make it 3500, and I will make sure that it's a static light. So I will make for spotlight configuration, just go ahead, bring a spotlight here, and then intensity to 1, and then attenuation to 350, and then source radius to 10, and then temperature to use temperature and 3500. Now I will just go ahead and bring this to the roof and make sure that this whole yellow circle is not intersecting on any object, and then I'll just go ahead in top view, and then I will adjust this. Lights, go ahead, and then you can also do this. I'll just go ahead, Control Q, and then select this light, and then select this light, and then Alt Q, and then I will go in top view, and put light on all the fixtures. And I will go ahead, right click, select all spotlights, and then inside our layer go ahead and add selected to new layer, and then I will press name it as 05 underscore spotlights, Alt G, and then I will Control H, and then I will go inside G, and I will just go ahead and decrease it to maybe nothing, and then I will go ahead and build the light. So after the light has been built, what I will do is I'll just go ahead and see if everything is okay, and I think everything is okay. It's only that this object is casting shadow, so that we are not able to receive this sunlight in a bit further inside our room. So I'll just go ahead and start max, and then I will just go ahead and tweak this roof object. I will bring it further and snap it here, so that we will be receiving a good amount of sunlight, and that will be casted on this wall. To get this, we have to adjust our, so here we can see the sun coming very nicely. And I will switch off the isolation, and then I switch these two layers, switch off this layer, and then I will go ahead here in this correction and all those things. I'll select this roof object, and then I will just go ahead and in edit poly mode, I will just go ahead and snap it on this. Yes, I think it will be perfect. And I will detach these two objects, and then I will select all these three objects. I will select these three objects, and then I will go ahead, file, export selected, and then tutorial export, make it 14. And then I will go ahead here and delete all those three objects, or maybe two. Select this and then delete it, and then I will delete this object also, and then I will go ahead and import all the objects inside this 14 folder. So as you can see, and now we'll go ahead and build the light again, and we'll make this light to 65 because it's rotating a bit too much here. And now let's go ahead and build the light. I'll close all these palettes, and then production, and then it's and everything is perfect. Save again, and then build the light.